Welcome back, everybody, to the Sky Factory. Since the last time, we just did a little kind of house cleaning stuff like I did before. You can see I filled out the farm here, filled it up with dirt, used up some bone meal from the mob farm, the bones I got out of there. Uh, did the same little thing I did with the rice here, just give myself the seeds to fill this thing up, so we shouldn't have to worry about the food problem anymore. What else did we do? Of course, I finished up the fencing and stuff around here, since that's all filled in now. I went ahead down below here, just went ahead and used up the rest of that the seared bricks. Filled this thing up to the top so I didn't have to worry about lighting it up. Just kind of squared up this platform a little bit. It's not perfectly square, but it serves our purpose. Put some railings up so we don't fall down. That wouldn't be fun. We'll get into finishing this thing up with the rest of the stuff. I think that's about it. Oh yeah, I went ahead and made some more crucibles. Got this little lava farm kind of finished up. It's bugging me I hadn't done that yet. So our lava production should be pretty on point now. All we did was just filled up this thing with lava, made the rest of these crucibles and threw them on there. And I just hooked them up with these item pipes to the cobblestone chest there. And so it's just constantly pulling in whenever. So if I was to take one out, you can see it just fills right back up with cobble and starts melting it back down. Now I have this bucket full of lava. Okay, I guess I'll just throw this in here, make an obsidian, just to get it out of that bucket. All right, so that's all the stuff I did off camera there, just kind of boring stuff. Oh, the most important thing. I took a whole chest full, basically 3 full 27 stacks, and turned that into 3 full compressed stacks. Smash that down to gravel, run that through the old sieve there, and about a half a stack of dust, just to give myself a little bit of material to work with here. Kind of boring stuff. I spent probably half an hour or so doing all this stuff. It just didn't feel like it needed to be in an episode. Everybody's seen kind of how all that stuff works. So anyway, I think we're ready to pick up here, and I think we'll start on the get that smeltery down there working away. So on that note, roll that beautiful bean footage. Alright, so let's check our inventory here. I think I've got everything we need. All this stuff here. Pop down here. Yeah, I just left these out. I actually harvested a couple. I think I was like 2 short from what I had made. I was missing 2 blocks up there, but I needed to take the stuff out down here anyway. And I left them out just so I could show everybody how this works. So basically, I left that there just to have something to attach to. Don't need that anymore. So all we do is take our drains, just like the controller. It has to be kind of stuck to the side, a side that's facing inwards into the interior. Take your drains, then you put your faucets on the drains. And we've got 2 tables. Pop those down, and 2 basins. Pop those down. Let me jump back up top, grab some of this stuff out of here. I'm going to grab the gold and the iron, because I know I'm going to be using that stuff pretty soon. So go ahead and get that melted down. And there was something else I was thinking. A chest. Wanted to grab a chest. Let's grab this chest here. Oh yeah, also I pulled the pipes off of this thing because it was kind of like interfering, hooking up to these. Just kind of neaten that up a little bit. Pop back down here. I'm just going to drop a chest right there to hold a few things we're going to make here. So yeah, basically like I was saying before, we added those extra layers and it just gives us a pretty large inventory here that we can smelt down. Looks like almost, was what, a full stack plus 32, 96. Looks like 96 spaces to melt stuff down. And once it heats up all the way, it'll dump into the liquid tank here. As you can see, we've got a 768 ingot capacity, which is substantial. We should never have to make this any bigger than it is. It really doesn't need to be this big. Why not, right? Living in excess. So, just kind of hang out here, let this smelt up, check out how it works. Come on, there we go. So yeah, as you can see, if you hover over the liquid in here, you can see we've got 21 blocks worth plus 3 ingots. That's double, obviously double what we put in there, like I said. Just go ahead and throw the rest of this in here. While we're waiting on that, gonna need actually a couple ingots, doesn't matter what kind. Let me grab, actually I've got these lead ones will work. Just gonna go ahead and smelt these up normally. We'll show you why here in a second. So yeah, I just set this chest up with the machine to push and pull, like I was saying last time. There we go, got those. Got some obsidian floating around. Throw that in there. What we're gonna do, like I said, these casting tables are just how they sound. They're for making casts. So basically, the way it works is any kind of item that you want to make a cast of. Be it here, we're going to make ingot casts, so we can make ingots out of the stuff inside here. Also, the tinker's tools, all the metal parts. Let's see if I can pull it up here so we can see tinker's. So just like we made stone and actually I think all we did was stone, and we did a couple wood pieces. It's the same deal with the metal stuff, but in order to get them, you have to cast them from the liquid metal. We'll make one of those real quick here after I show this. In order to make the cast, you have to either use gold or aluminum brass, which is it's an alloy. It actually doesn't show you the recipe. There is a book for this mod that you can look at that does tell you how to make it. It's nickel and copper, I believe, or aluminum and copper, something. I don't know. Either way, we don't need it. We've got gold. We'll just use gold because screw it. So basically, you take in whatever you're trying to make a cast of, you throw it in there, run some gold over it. Once it's completely cooled down, it's going to break the item, but then we have these sweet little casts. So now what we can do, I'll go back here and select our iron. It drops to the bottom. That's how you know what's coming out. And then we just fill these up. Go ahead and get those run out too. And that makes our ingots. You can see that up in the tooltip there, there's a progression on how it's cooling, how long it's going to take. Same with these guys. It takes a little bit longer, which makes sense since it's 9 times more liquid. But yeah, these will turn into iron blocks. So that's how that works. And just, let's see. I want to upgrade my tools here a little bit. Probably going to need one more piece of iron. Just go ahead and run some more of that out. Take our blocks here, break this back into ingots. We can come over here to our part builder, and we'll leave the stone in. We just want to make iron parts for all these different tools. So our sword blade, axe head, shovel head, pickaxe. You can do it with all the other parts too. I'm just going to go with the main parts of the tools here. once we get into some more advanced metal, I might make some different tools. So we just do the same thing here, just throw these pieces in, turn back to our gold, let these things cast up. Go ahead and get the other ones down. And then once those are done, we can cast our parts. There we go. Go back to iron. Let these things cast down. I think it takes 1 ingot per part for these smaller parts. Some of the other ones might take a little bit more. Pull those out. Get our axe head and our sword. And that's why I made this little chest, just to throw these cast molds in. Take those out, put these in, and we'll just toss these back into the little tables there. And get those going. You can kind of automate this stuff too. Excuse me, it's not super important right now. But once we start processing a bunch of materials, it helps to you don't have to stand there and babysit every time and click it, let it pour out, wait for it to cool. You can kind of automate it so it does it all for you. Just throw it into a chest or something. So then what we can do, just come to a crafting station here, put our pickaxe in, put our metal part in. No, I have to go over here. I think in the older version you could do it from the table, like the regular crafting table. This one I think we have to, yeah, okay. So all I did there was just right click the tool and it'll go into the tools slot. Different tools, it kind of depends on where you put modifiers. In this little anvil section is the default when you open it up. It's for adding modifiers and changing parts and stuff. But for this basic stuff, it doesn't really matter. You just shift left click, it'll throw it up in there. We want to put this on and this on. And we'll go ahead and upgrade our sword while we're at it. There we go. Now we've got iron. I didn't pay any attention to the stats, but you can see like our pickaxe, we can, if we could find any wild, or diamond, we could mine it, but obviously that's not a part of this pack. But the different metals have different stats as far as durability, attack speed, mining speed, etc., etc. It gets pretty in-depth, but that's not anything we're worried about today. My next goal is to do something with that farm, and I was thinking about it. I think I'm going to go with these things right here. These actually addition, they call it a small crate. I think this thing holds like 6-8 chests worth of stuff. It's a good start. And basically it's just a couple chests, this wood casing, which is just planks and sticks in a log. Planks. But I'm just going to go ahead and make this chest to storage crate upgrade, which is just one of those plus some planks. That way we don't have to break the chest and try to watch everything explode everywhere. All that fun stuff. So I'm going to need a decent amount of wood. Make 4 chests. So that's, should be that much. 4 chests. Wood casing is sticks. Log, planks. Do 8 planks. And looks like just enough sticks there. Nice. Shabam. And then the upgrade was just more planks. Shazam. So we can go over here, pop this thing onto the chest. It should turn into one of these barrels. I'm not sure how it's going to act with this other chest, but shift right click. Boom. Awesome. And this thing, yeah, okay, this thing's holding the rest of the stuff. Cool. So yeah, you could see this is like 1, 2, 3. That's a regular chest. And actually, I think it's wider too. It's 9 by 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12 by 9. So yeah, it's substantially bigger. Again, still not a perfect solution, but we're just kind of working our upgrading till we get to where we're trying to get to. Go and get some of this stuff out of here. I'm gonna leave those for now. All this rotten flesh. Guess we'll just give this thing a chance to catch up. While we're over here upgrading this thing, I want to go ahead and do the experience tank that I was talking about. I think it's this singularity tank, and also this tap, which is this piece of obsidian, some iron and glass. Let's go ahead and get one of those made up. And while we're doing that, I think I'm going to need some fluid conduit also. Grab some sand. Got one piece of glass here. Just throw this in that. So as you can see, the push-pull in action there. Let that smelt down. I also, while we were away, I just spent a few minutes smashing trees just to get our dirt supply built up a little bit so that we can get working on that little passive spawn area that we were talking about. And this guy. Today might even be the day that we finally do something with that chest into a little bigger solution. It seemed like the thing was stopped for a second. It was weird. Alright, that's a good start. I'm also going to need some of this conduit binder we made before. Thought I had a bunch extra. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We made tons of that stuff. So the fluid pipes for Ender IO are just like the other pipes, except for with glass in the middle. And I'm a liar. It's smooth glass, isn't it? Conduit. These here. Fluid conduit. Fused glass, quite clear glass. Which is just regular glass smelted into better glass? Question mark? It's alright. Let's just put 3 of those in. Oh, gotta change it to alloy. No, don't take it all. Whew. Yeah, this little all smelting can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. Because if there's something that can be smelted regular, like a furnace, it'll do that. And then if it can be smelted in some kind of an alloy, it's going to do that again. And then turn whatever, like if we were trying to get glass and then to come back and it's all not the right kind of glass. Alright, so 8 should be fine. We only need 1 right now. Lost my train of thought. Right. We're making the tank. So that's just that. And a piece of obsidian. Boom. Take some of this out. All this stuff. Yeah, see, you can see, man, this stuff just stacks up to no end. Eventually, I'm gonna set up just like maybe make some kind of a array of storage for that thing to pipe into, and then once it reaches a certain point, just have it void this stuff out so that we just don't need tons of a lot of this stuff. These in our hot bar. We should be good to go here. I'm not sure. You said not sure. Not sure if this is going to. Guess that would be east. Okay, cool. So we didn't need the pipes anyway. So yeah, each side of this thing, obviously, you can change what kind of output it's doing, whether it's items or fluid or none. We take our little, put it on this side where it's kind of out of the way. Boop. Then what you can do is you just open the tap, and it just starts pouring the experience out. I guess we can fix that little mistake there too. So since we made them, go ahead and use these. Just gonna put these on here, and we'll set them to extract always. What this is going to do is, when I upgrade this furnace generator over here, which will probably be pretty soon, into a magmatic generator or crucible, something, I forget what they call it. But then we can just have this piped into the magma furnace. We'll just call it a lava furnace for argument's sake. Then that way, keep that thing full, and we don't have to worry about keeping it full up with fuel. Actually, if we jump down here, pull this stuff out, flip this over back to gold, just get some of this gold coming out. Oops. Is it magmatic? Magmatic generator. Yeah, so it's just that furnace generator. A little bit of redstone, a bucket of lava, some gold. And we can have ourselves some firepower. Just a little more efficient use of our energy. Not that we're using a ton of it right now, but we sure will be eventually. Need a few more of these. Shoop shoop. This should be close to done. There we go. See, that's the only kind of downside to the push-pull setup. It pulls it out and then it tries to put it back in, whether it can use it or not. It seems like on some things. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So I guess we can go ahead and just pull that out. Pop this guy up. Some redstone over here. There we go. 2 of those. Bucket of lava. Break those down to ingots. Grab a bucket of lava. Grab a bucket of lava. Oh, it's out. Why is it out? Didn't use that much. Why is it? Maybe just from filling up these pipes, that's how much it took. That is one thing to consider with the Ender IO stuff. The pipes have, you can see here, 750 millibuckets per section of pipe. So it is going to affect your into your calculations as far as how much fluid you need. Like this case, it basically emptied some of these crucibles. Anyway, we got our bucket of lava. We should be good to go to make this guy. Boom. Drop that there. I kind of want to make this a straight shot, but I don't guess it matters too much. We'll just break this little fence out. And do something like this. Which brings me to my next point, which I kind of forgot about a little bit. These fluid pipes, if you try to place a fluid pipe to an existing system, it doesn't connect right away. I guess it's kind of a built-in like safety feature. So what we're going to need to... It took me the longest time to figure this out. I was just, every time I would try to add pipes, I would have to break the whole chain, the whole pipe system, and replace it all back down, which got to be a huge pain in the ass. But eventually I figured out that there's a wrench, the Yeti, and a wrench that allows you to manipulate the pipes and machines and stuff. So we need electrical steel, which is silicon, coal powder, and iron. How do we get coal powder? Crusher. Probably gonna have to make a sag mill for that, huh? That's not what I wanted. Let's just do it this way. Coal powder. Yeah, sag mill. So how do we get that? Flint, a bunch of iron, and a piston. Cobblestone. Not too difficult. We'll go ahead and make one of those real fast. What else did I need? Flint. Basic capacitor. Do I have any copper? I think I do. That was the first little ore piece we made there. Just smelt that up. Break down the one of these golds into nuggets. Some redstone. Grab some of this gravel to make into flint. Flint. Some planks. Sag mill. Alright, there's a piston. Two more redstone and that copper ingot. Basic capacitor. I think I still have some of those bars. Yeah. That should be good for that. Excellent. And that should be it, right? Bickety bam. No, that's not right. That's not right. Put this here. Just thinking about how we were going to make that thing work. We'll just have to do a little bit of manual work here. Just throw some lava in there so it does what we need it to do. Coal, coal, coal. I think charcoal works too. Oh, I was wrong. Again. It's alright. How much of that do we need? Get a 1, 2, 3. It's just cobblestone and sticks. No problem there. Yeah, so we just needed 3. And then we need some of this silicon, however you want to say it, which is just sand, sag milled down. I think I used all my sand. Just make a little bit of that. Get those fences out of here. sand up like so. Drop that in there. 3 of these. Get those out. 3 of these. Go ahead and make this gear real quick. I don't know why I did that. That's not what I wanted. I need one. Oh no, okay, I did need 4. 4 sticks. Boom. Turn this to alloy. And it was this stuff, and oh no, see what happened there? What did it make? Steel ingot. That's just the coal and the iron. And it used up all my freaking coal that we crushed coal we made. Figures. So yeah, you got to be kind of particular about how you put stuff into that alloy smelter, because it kind of just does what it, as soon as it receives something that it's able to make, it tries to make it. So this should give us our electrical steel. Just want to make sure that's what it's doing. It's kind of taking a while. You can put speed upgrades in these things too. Speeds everything up, but it also gives you a, or on machines that have capacity, like an inventory, it'll increase that, or a range or whatever, but it also, there's a power penalty. It takes more power to run the upgrades. Okay. While we're waiting for that, we're going to upgrade this just because we have the stuff for it. It's just going to make cobble on a faster rate. Not that we really need it at the moment. Or don't have the storage to handle it anyway. This thing should be done here pretty quick. There we go. And we should be able to make this. Nice. So this thing is super powerful as far as the inner IO stuff goes. Like I think it's, if you shift and roll the mouse wheel, it's got different options as far as what you're looking at. Like these are item pipes. I'm really not 100% sure what all of them actually mean. I know this will highlight the item pipes. This will highlight the energy conduits. This will highlight the fluid pipes. As you can see, it popped in back there. This is kind of utility mode. Not sure. I know the. I think the check mark shows everything, and the X hides everything, or at least silhouettes it like this. Makes it easier when you've got a bunch of this stuff running around to kind of isolate what you're trying to work on. Basically, all we're going to do here is just point it right at this intersection and right click. Shazam! We got lava flowing into our pipe, or through our pipes into the generator. So now this thing should be pretty much constantly full. This is just the operation of it using the fuel into turning it into power. You can see the grid power little tooltip there. You can upgrade these too, but the penalty for that is you need grid power, which is a whole nother system that I don't want to get into right now. So we still didn't get our chest upgraded here. This might just stay here, and that'll just be the running joke forever that we're going to upgrade this chest and never do. Kind of like covering these things up. Anyway, so we've got upgraded our furnace here. Got it automated, so it should always never run out of fuel. Got our smeltery running. Of course, we did a little bit of off-screen, just kind of busy work that you guys didn't really need to see. And we'll call that a day. Hope everybody's having a great day. We'll catch you on the next one. See ya.